Welcome to on tonight's Clubhouse Live. Aaron Jones is back, and he welcomes rookie Darrius Shepherd to the big show. We'll look back on the Eagles and ahead to the Cowboys. Plus, we've got a pyramid scheme cooked up as part of tonight's Clubhouse Live challenge. It's time to get started, so let's open those doors!
Good job, everybody. Good job. Hey, welcome back. We're back after a little unexpected hiatus, but welcome back to the Clubhouse Sports Pub and Grill here inside the Red Lion Hotel, Paper Valley. We're in downtown Appleton, Wisconsin. You guys are all fired up, aren't you? You guys are ready for some more Aaron Jones, yes. Before we get started, I want to give a big shout-out to our door openers. We've got David, Liam, Carson, and somebody else now, apparently. It's not on my notes, but give them a round of applause, please. There they are. And I've been told that young Carson is actually Aaron's bike rider, so he's here tonight. How about that? Yeah. All right. Always take the great part of the show down to the worst part of the show. It is when I have to introduce the other member of our Clubhouse Live crew.
Yes.
It's none other than Chicago Bears fan and St. Louis Cardinals fan, Ricardo Arguello.
Let me have it. I had a pretty good week. How are you doing, Brett?
How are your Bears doing, Ricardo?
They're doing good. How about my Cardinals?
The Chase Daniel era has begun.
Thank you for saying his last name correctly.
Not Daniels.
Not Daniels.
Daniel.
It's Daniel. Yes.
Well, that's pretty much it for your team then this year, I would say.
Well, we'll see, but with the way the defense is playing, you never know, Brett.
Well, hey, I like the fact that you guys are averaging 16.5 points per game through the
That
first
is
4
true,
weeks.
and we're only allowing 11.
Yeah,
so
that won't last.
Yeah, okay.
That won't last.
And
so, okay.
Yes,
This
go
is
ahead.
where Ricardo insists that he has to do the 60-second Bears minute.
Yes, a Bears
So this is
minute.
where we give Ricardo 60 seconds to talk about his
and I don't want to hear any of you booing.
Chicago Bears.
You give me my time. Give me my time.
So let's start right now. Hurry up. Let's go.
All right. So anyway, it's back in first place are my Chicago Bears, Brett, where they should be, where they were last year, and where they will finish
I think
at the
that's
end.
it.
I'm not done
I think that's
yet.
it. Nope, that's 60 seconds. I heard like a bomb
What
go off.
time are you going by?
I heard like some bomb go off. I think that means its time is up.
Whatever.
Time is up. So, we've got some better things to talk about. Unfortunately, not what happened Thursday. Eagles 34, Packers 27, right? That's unfortunate. A first setback of the season for the Packers on Thursday night at Lambeau Field. Offensively, looking pretty good. Not too bad, right? Almost 500 yards of offense, but we're stopped twice at the goal line in the fourth quarter. Defensively, though, Packers surrendered 176 yards on the ground. Game was also marred by some questionable calls, right? Or maybe no calls. What's going on there? We'll have to talk about that, Ricardo.
It's a mess.
By the way, what does clear and obvious mean? What does that mean anyway? I guess we'll ask the guys if they know what that means.
Clear
anyway.
and not so obvious.
Hey, on to the next. That's how it goes in the NFL, and that means it's a big showdown coming up on Sunday at Big D. But we haven't seen this guy yet this season, but it is Mad Vince, frustrated Vince, annoyed Vince. Vince doesn't like you, Ricardo. He's looking right at you.
I do like this Vince, though. I like this Vince.
No, Vince is not happy, so maybe he can be happy next week, but we're all happy because our co-host, he's back. He's sitting right over there. It's Green Bay Packers running back Aaron Jones. There he is. And look who's hanging out with Aaron tonight. It is a Green Bay Packers rookie wide receiver, Darrius Shepherd. He's right there. All right. First, a big thank you to our presenting sponsors, Superior Discount Liquors, a full-service liquor store with the area's largest selection of liquor, wine, and beer. They also take special orders on hard-to-find items with locations in Green Bay, Manitowoc, and Sheboygan. Stop in today. And Clubhouse Live is also brought to you by Potawatomi Hotel and Casino. So, hey, Ricardo.
Yes.
This is an interactive show.
It is. It is an interactive show.
How does it work?
We invite your comments and questions through our live chat, which can be found online next to our video viewer. Hey, Brett, Sammy West.
Yes, how about a round of applause?
She is
New member
monitoring
of the
that
team,
chat.
Sammy.
She is now a permanent part of our show. We're really excited to have her, and she'll relay any comments or questions that we get right back to you.
You know what the problem is that Jen Zettel, who has been pinch hitting as well, said that she just flat out can't stand being with you anymore
I know.
on Monday nights. So now
I'm
we
an
are
acquired taste.
Speaking about on to the next, our chat hosts, they rarely even last 3 or 4 weeks
I've
anymore.
noticed that.
They actually compare you to like that Pigpen character.
Oh, no.
Peanuts.
I put on
You
my
have like a
deodorant
cloud
this
of dust
week.
just following you wherever you go. They just can't stand being
I
next
took my
to you.
bi-weekly shower, my friend.
No, you didn't. So, hey, hashtag is Clubhouse. I'm at PC Brettsy. He's at PC Ricardo. Sammy is at Samantha West 196. Hey, Showtime. Aaron Jones is at Showtime TYME with an underscore 33. And Darrius is at DShep03. And also give us a like on Facebook, facebook.com/Clubhouse Live. So, we do have the Bears welcome mat back on
You
the
hate
stage.
them,
So
don't you?
guys can stomp their feet,
Beautiful.
walk all over it, kind of clean their feet off of that ugliest logo. Remember what I said, the seat looks like a toilet seat. It is true.
Looks nothing like that,
It looks
my
just
friend.
like a toilet
You're
seat.
perverted.
So let's get, should we get Showtime onto the stage? You guys ready? All right. Our co-host is in his 3rd NFL season, all with the Packers. He has a cool logo, and I'm wearing it. You guys see that? He is one of the league's leaders in touchdowns scored. Did you know that? He's Showtime, and he's our co-host. Give it up for Green Bay Packers running back, number 33, Aaron Showtime Jones.
That hurts.
It looks great, yes, sir. Hey, do you hear the little music? It's Showtime there.
I like that.
Mike Field from Eric Lives here. Give
Nice.
him a round of applause,
I need
too.
that.
Yeah. He wants it, Mike. He wants a little bit of that. What do you think? I surprised you, right?
Hey, you definitely did. You pull it off. It's
do I look good?
swaggy.
I
It's
fill it out
swaggy.
nice. Pretty muscular, I'd say. Kind of fill it out. Extra large, but
You do a little work, but we're
that's
getting there.
fine.
No!
There's room to grow.
There's definitely.
There's room
Always
to,
room
don't
to
touch
grow.
me, first of all. You don't touch the co-host. By the way, did you see who's not wearing his gift that
That's
you
right.
provided? It's Ricardo Arguello.
That's right. Let me tell you why, though. First off, I like the colors. It was the UTEP colors. It was a large, and he decided to take the XL.
I'm glad he
and give me
said
the large.
UTEP colors
Yes.
first. I'm glad he said
Yeah.
that.
Yes.
So.
But it was a good-looking shirt, but it's a bit too snug on me for a man of my carriage, my friend.
Lose some weight is what
Yeah.
I say to you. Lose some
Oh,
weight.
I'm PHAT, baby.
Yeah.
Pretty hot and tempting.
Hey, by the way, well, first of all, welcome back. Unfortunately, last week we couldn't do the show. There was a short week. Coach LaFleur decided, without consulting with me, to have meetings last till like 7:45. So next time that happens, Aaron, you just go up to Coach and say, Coach, I got a show. I got to go.
I don't think that's how it works.
No?
No.
Wouldn't go too well? Just give him my number and we'll talk things over. And we'll
Okay,
make sure.
I can do that. I'll give you
Yeah.
a number.
LaFleur would be like, who is this? Who is this knucklehead? And by the way, I wanted to point out Mean Gene over here, our unofficial mascot. Mean Gene is a little gimpy. He pulled a hammy at the game.
Oh no, Mean Gene.
He pulled a hammy.
Hey, we need you to get healthy.
He can't handle the short weeks either. Those short weeks are murder for everybody. So
Those short weeks, they affect everyone, huh?
they do. Fans
It's
and
okay, Mean Gene. Get healthy.
yes. By the way, what do you guys think of this logo? We do see a few AJs out there. There's another one back there. You know what I'm thinking? Ricardo? I'm thinking that there's a lot of very talented people out there, very creative people online and here in the house. Maybe that Brett Christopherson should have his own logo.
BC, the
Brand
BC.
me. I need a brand. I need a
Okay.
logo. So if you give me a follow on Twitter at PCBrettsy, maybe submit your best BC
Look at
design.
you begging for attention.
Maybe we'll pick. Hey, maybe we'll pick a winning logo to have printed on a T-shirt, and that person might win some prizes.
Okay. All right.
So think about it. At PCBrettsy, give me a follow. I'll give you a follow back. I want to have a logo.
I think that's smart. You should.
I do.
You should have been had a logo.
I should. Well, why don't I have a logo? I've only been doing this for like 11 years. What the heck? I need to brand myself.
Definitely do that. See, it's a good thing I'm here.
I came up with that idea. What are you talking about?
But if you would have never seen my logo, you would have never thought. To
There
brand
you go.
yourself.
You don't. I looked at myself in the mirror. I said, first of all, I looked at myself and said, I look good. And then secondly, I said, I need a logo, Ricardo. BC. So anybody out there, give me a follow on Twitter. Submit the logo. And there's, is that your biking buddy?
No, where's Carson? Carson's
Yeah,
right
there he is.
But that's also my buddy right there, and
There he-
right there, and right there.
You got a lot of buddies.
A lot of little buddies.
A lot of little buddies here. So, all right. So, how you guys feeling? You had a few days off, right? You were back at the facility today. So it was picture day at Lambeau Field. Was doing my stalking, spying on you, seeing what you were up to.
I didn't even get to see those yet.
Yeah, I did.
How'd they come out?
Good. I see there was one like goofy picture where you were. I think Darrius Smith was the one who instigated that. It sounded like.
He definitely did.
So, but it looked good. Everybody was looking very sharp. But how you feeling? You had a few days off, right?
I'm feeling good. Recovered, fresh, so ready to get after the Cowboys.
I was going to say, back at the facility, getting ready for the Cowboys. How did you spend your off days? What did you do to unwind? You had off Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, right?
Yeah, yes, sir. So went back to El Paso. My home.
You did? Wow.
Yes, sir. Got some great cooking. My girlfriend cooked me some food and her mom, and enjoyed it with my family as well. And then just came back last night and got ready.
Wow, I was always wondering how many guys actually take off. That's a quick turnaround. That's not a whole lot of travel time.
I mean, you got to take advantage of when you get the chance, because during the season you don't really get to other than a bye week. So, I mean, got to make the most of it.
Body feeling good? You ready to go?
Ready to go.
Everybody's feeling fresh, ready for the Dallas Cowboys. So thoughts on playing Thursday Night Football? We already said me and Gene can't handle it. He can't handle the short week. What do you guys think about this as players? They always talk about player safety. But then we did see, right, Ricardo, a number of guys falling down, getting injured, some serious injuries. I don't know, as a player, what do you think about them?
I like playing on Thursday nights because I like playing prime time. Only team playing that night. But as far as like some of the injuries that happen, I don't think it's a testament to a quick turnaround. I think it's just being smart in player safety. Some of those shots didn't have to happen. We see the two guys with concussions. So I feel like that's not a part of the quick turnaround. That's a part of players being smart and using safety.
We'll talk about that, yes. We'll talk about some of those shenanigans. But the biggest challenge for you as you prepare for a short week, was it mental or physical?
It's more, I guess, physical. Just depending on how you come out of that game Sunday. If you're a little beat up, if you have some nicks and bruises, your biggest focus is getting healthy so you can go. But the preparation has to be a lot of mental, because you're not practicing as much as you would normally do on a regular week. It's on a short week. They're trying to let you get your legs back and let you recover.
Well, the silver lining, right, guys, is Thursday night games are done. They are done, and you got it done early in the season, too. So that's a good thing, right? They're done. Don't have the short weeks anymore. Now it's back to a nice regular season schedule. A lot of Sundays and some Mondays coming up, so that's a good thing. I'm wondering, though, how are the guys handling the first setback of the year? This is new territory for the team and for Coach Matt LaFleur. How's everybody taking it?
We're taking it well. We just looked in the face, and we know we got to do better and step up. And it's our first adversity as a team, and we're going to respond, and we're going to step up and show that this is a new team, and we got what it takes.
Hey, you go 3-1 every 4 games. That's 12-4. According to my math, Ricardo, that's 12-4. That's a pretty good season.
That's a great season.
So
that gets you in the playoffs.
That gets you in the playoffs. Probably wins the division over Ricardo's Chicago Bears. Yeah.
Quite the imagination.
That's not an imagination when what was Chase Daniels' number?
Chase Daniels.
Chase Daniels.
His
number, I'm saying. It's showing possession, Ricardo. Did you ever take high school English?
I did, actually.
Okay. What is his number?
4, I think.
Is it 4? Yeah.
I don't know. Doesn't matter.
Have fun watching him taking snaps, because they're going to lose a lot of games. So as I talk about adversity and setbacks, how is Coach Matt LaFleur handling it? This is new territory for him, too. All eyes are on the coach. How is he turning what happened against Philly into a positive and using that as positive energy as you get ready for Dallas?
Just knowing that we're going to be a stronger team after this, coming in, getting focused. We know everything starts with the ball. You take care of the ball, you're going to win games. You take the ball on defense, you're going to win games. And so just refocusing and just starting day by day by stacking success, and started today.
Starts today, and today was back at the facility. You mentioned some of the shenanigans. We'll talk about Jamal Williams, right? You guys see that? That was not a good situation. Your fellow running back carted off the field after taking a shot to the head. First offensive play of the game. Eagles defensive end Derek Barnett, unnecessary roughness, but does not look like he will get suspended. Should have been maybe ejected. But first of all, give us an update on Jamal. I know he's in concussion protocol, but you've seen him. I know you visited him in the hospital. How's number 30 doing right now?
He's doing good. He's himself. He was there today. He was at meetings, everything. So he's doing great.
And then I was going to ask, do you think Barnett maybe should have been ejected from that game? You were right there when it happened. You were calling for the medical team right away. You saw it.
I think he should have been. I mean, I thought the whistle was already blown, and Jamal was being pushed back to his own goal line. There's no reason to come full speed and helmet to helmet someone.
Yeah. What do you guys think? Right? Not good. You know, you mentioned, too, Eagles cornerback Avante Maddox. He was also carted off on a stretcher. So I'm wondering, I've asked guys like this question before who've been on the show, but how do you, Aaron Jones, reconcile the dangers in playing with the NFL, knowing that you are one shot away from bad stuff happening?
I mean, I guess that's the risk you take playing this game every day. You never know. It could be you. It could be your last down. You never know when it's going to happen. And on his, it was unfortunate. It was his teammate who did it. And, I mean, you see it a lot, especially on defense, friendly fire. That's what they call it. And it was unfortunate, but I'm glad he's okay as well.
Is it tough as a player, though, in those situations when there's a break in the action, you see the stretcher coming out, to get focused and mentally back in where you need to be to play an NFL game?
No, sir. You're a professional. You know what you're there for. Just know you're doing it for your teammate, and when you're out there running the ball or catching it or doing whatever you're doing, you got to protect yourself.
A couple more questions, Aaron, and then I'm going to kick it over to Ricardo for our first audience question. But the running game. So here's a question for you as far as the X's and O's, I guess. But Packers were limited to 77 yards overall. You were held at 21 yards. I said 99 yards is fine. 99 yards and under is fine. Anything above that, we got issues. But team is ranked 26th in the league, and you know what I'm talking about. But 26th in the league in rushing offense, 86.2 yards per game. So how fixable are the issues that you're seeing as you study film in the running game right now? What are you seeing that needs to be fixed, and how easy are those corrections?
I think it's very fixable. I mean, the first 4 games we played really good defenses. The Eagles, they were number 2 against the rush. I mean, you got the Chicago Bears, Minnesota Vikings, Denver Broncos. Those are all good fronts, penetrating fronts. That's what they do, stop the run. So, I mean, I feel like it's a little bit of both. We're getting used to it. Our run game's just getting going. Still learning how to read it out. We're still learning how to block it up. So it's going to be something that's work in progress, and it's going to continue to get better. And once it gets there, it's going to pop.
Good segue, because I was going to ask. I have it here in the notes. The outside zone scheme that we've all heard about. That takes time, doesn't it? It's not just going to, at the snap of a fingers, it's going to be smooth sailing. It's a tough transition, I'm thinking, from time to time.
It definitely is. Not everybody's ran the outside zone scheme. It's, not a lot of teams run, and but once you do it, it's a great system to run. A lot of lanes, a lot of big plays.
All right, last thing, and guys, maybe put up Aaron's TD celebration there on the monitor. There, what is going on there, Aaron Jones? What are you doing there? Are you
surfing.
swimming? What's going on?
First I went swimming, then I went surfing. My brother told me to do that, so I just did it.
Okay, who told you to do that?
My brother.
Your brother. I was going to ask how the origins of that strange touchdown celebration. Maybe you could give us an example of how it works down here in front of everybody on the
I think I'll get stuck. I don't think I'll slide that well down there.
All right, so, hey, he's got 4 touchdowns. He's one of the league's leaders in TDs, right? Maybe give him the ball on first and goal. Matt LaFleur. I know he's a fan of the show. But, Ricardo, you have a fan of the show, and she's
I do.
asking another question.
Yes,
it's her segment.
Tracy Santos. You might know her, Brett. She's from Appleton.
do.
She has a question for Aaron. Go ahead, Tracy.
Hi, Aaron. I know the schedule this week was a little different, but on a normal schedule, other than Victory Monday off, what are the most significant schedule differences between a week after a win and a week after a loss?
There's never any Victory Mondays. Well, so far there hasn't been any Victory Mondays. We always come in, we practice on Mondays, so it's really no difference. So from win to a loss, we keep the same mentality. We keep trying to stack our successful days and build off of that.
There we go. Thank you,
Right, because
Tracy.
Tuesdays are the days off, right? Is that how
Tuesdays
it
are the days
Tuesdays
off.
are days off, yes, but before victory, there was a such thing as Victory Monday.
Okay, cool. Thank you, Tracy.
Thank you very much, Tracy. Yeah, Tuesday. Yep, go ahead, sure. Tuesdays are the day off, Ricardo, and actually Aaron and I are hanging out tomorrow on his day off.
That's great.
We are.
Awesome stuff. Take pictures.
Yeah, we will. We'll tweet all of it out and put it on Instagram. So, hey, let's take a time out. You didn't know we were doing something tomorrow, did you?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
I just found out.
We are. Anyway, tonight's stat pack. Check this out, Aaron. I'm guessing you might be aware of this stat. This guy to my left, you're right, Showtime, right, has rushed for a touchdown in a now franchise record 6 straight home games. How about that? The previous record, and these are some names in Packer history, the previous record of 5 had been shared by Jim Taylor and Amon Green, huh? Both friends of the show. They've both been on the show. Taylor did it in 1964, and Green accomplished that feat during his 2003 record-breaking season. Jones also has 17 career touchdowns, including 16 rushing, and he has also scored 13 touchdowns over his last 15 games. How about that? You have a nose for the end zone, don't you?
Yes, sir. That's home. That's comfortable. You like to chill at home, so that's where I like to chill at. That's my home.
You get low, you squeeze in, all that stuff. You know who likes it? Ricardo.
I do. You're on my fantasy team, my friend. Just letting you know
yes,
that.
Sir. At least you know one thing.
Yeah, I do
Whoa.
know. Whoa,
Yeah.
whoa. I did take you around later than David Montgomery, but what do I?
Yeah, whatever. We don't care, Ricardo. Hey, but what you do care about is trivia.
Yes, here we go. We'll ask the questions. Here are some of the rules. We'll ask the question. If you think you know the answer, you got to raise your hand. Do not shout it out. If you're correct, you win what, Brett?
Aaron, what do they win?
Pizza and beer.
He remembers
and beer.
pizza and beer right here at the clubhouse.
That's right.
It's a great prize.
And once you win, you're out for the rest of the show. And sorry, live chat, you got to be here to win. But again, Sammy West, she is taking care of our online contest.
Excellent. Very good.
Yes.
Very good. So here's a trivia question I was going to ask last week after the Denver Bronco Packer game, but I'm going to ask it this today anyway. One of the more memorable showdowns between the Packers and the Broncos came in 1993 when this newly acquired defensive end posted successive sacks on 3rd and 4th downs to preserve a wild 30-27 victory at a raucous Lambeau Field. Who are you pointing to? This guy right here in the hat? Yeah, Reggie White. Aaron, give him the pizza and beer. He gets the bell, the Minister of Defense, right, Ricardo? The great Reggie White. Quarterback John Elway. By the way, I heard when the Broncos were here, John Elway was frequenting. He was at a different establishment down the road on College Avenue.
You do a little pregame drinking. What was going to happen?
Yeah,
the next
he needed
day.
to with his Broncos, right? Quarterback John Elway had driven the Broncos to the Packers' 43-yard line before being sacked by White on back-to-back plays. That snapped a 3-game losing streak by the Packers. That was also Denver's first ever trip to Lambeau Field. So, is it time for your guest? Should we get him up to the big show, the big stage? All right, Darrius. Hold on, I got a nice long introduction for you. Our guest tonight was signed by the Packers as an undrafted free agent in May. He started collegiately at North Dakota State, where he was part of 4 NCAA Division I football championship subdivision national titles. How about that? Our guest tonight was a team captain at North Dakota State, where he earned All-American honors as a punt returner during his senior season, and he graduated with the school's second most career receptions, 188, and receiving yards at 2,841. Our guest tonight was named the most outstanding player in last year's FCS title game, a 38-24 victory over Eastern Washington. Our guest tonight loves superheroes, I guess, especially Batman, but I've been told he hates snakes. He's not a snake lover. Yeah. Get on your feet as we welcome to the stage Green Bay Packers rookie wide receiver number 10, Darrius Shepherd. There's another good intro. You know what I'm getting before we get started, Aaron? This is a quiet crowd tonight. They're subdued.
They are quiet.
What's going on tonight, folks? Come on, let's hear some cheers. Let's get going.
It's showtime.
3-1, first place. They got the Cowboys coming up, and they're all just sitting there just kind of staring and listening. So, hey, before we get going, because this is Showtime show, and you are his guest, Aaron Jones always asks the first question of the night.
I guess my question for you would be, what's your mindset coming in knowing like you're an undrafted rookie, and how kind of politics, work, and like what's your mindset, like your everyday process,
I think
and explain to them like how it is. Like not everybody knows how it is.
Okay. So after the draft, I was not drafted or signed as an undrafted free agent. I was given a tryout with the Green Bay Packers, which is a 2-day guarantee to come in and work out for them to try and earn a contract. So coming in, my mentality was really just to try and work really hard and, put my best foot forward those 2 days and, put great effort and just make sure they knew that I was locked into the details. So I was fortunate enough to be signed after those 2 days. One of the best moments of my life. Called my family. They were all super ecstatic for me. But that was really just the beginning because then I was an undrafted free agent at that point. So then moving forward, I really just tried to get in my playbook, learn the plays, figure out what was going on around the facility and the building, and just come each day ready to work. And I think that really helped me to get to this point where I'm at today. So that's kind of how my story started here in Green Bay.
Hey, how about that? Yeah. Great question, Aaron. I actually had some questions about that. We can circle back on some of the things. But before we get going, I'm going to make a friend for life, Ricardo, when I tell Darrius that he played for the Bison.
True, the Bison. That's right.
Thank you. Right? We're buddies now.
It's not Bison?
It's not the Bison. Thank you. Yeah, see? We're doing something together tomorrow, too. On this day off.
Why is it a bison?
I don't know. You can explain.
So instead of saying bisons or bisons, it's bison. Just that's the plural way to say it and pronounce it correctly. A lot of people get it wrong the first time, but it's not a big deal.
It's a Z sound, right, Ricardo? We learned that.
That's right. We've known that for a while now.
For a number of years, the Bison. So, by the way, North Dakota State roster of a lot of Wisconsin guys. I think a couple of your teammates from right around the corner in Kimberly High School, DJ Stewart, DJ, and Logan
DJ.
McCormick.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kimberly Papermakers now doing their thing at North Dakota State. And the Pulaski kid, Dylan Hendricks, now.
Rugby player.
Great player at the Pulaski High School.
Brock Jensen from Opaka.
Yeah, was Brock there when you were there?
No, he had graduated, but
Oh, he graduated. She had just graduated.
Yeah.
He played for the Dolphins there for a little bit.
Yeah, so definitely a pipeline. Why is there so much success over there at North Dakota State? What's going on over there in Fargo?
it's just a culture that's been developed. Since 1960, they've won, I think we've won maybe like 16 national championships. So it didn't just happen in 2000, but it's just been built over time and just the pride people take in the program. And I think one of the biggest things is that alumni give back to the program and they want to be around and, help the young guys that are there even when they're done playing. So
check out this stat. So according to what I found, you've won 7 of the last 8 FCS national titles. During your 4 years that you played, the Bison were 54-5, and they're off to a 4-0 start again this season. So my question to you is, could you have beaten UTEP?
Not with Aaron Jones on the team.
I respect that. Now it would have been a good game, definitely.
Yeah, unbelievable success. And how many times did college game day come to town when you were there?
2 times while I was there. That was pretty cool. Actually, no, let me take that back. Sorry. 1 time while I was there, 2 times in the last few years. But the time that I was there and we got to experience it, it was a really cool deal just to have them, be there. Because you grew up watching college game day sometimes, and then to be a part of it, it's a pretty cool experience.
Giving some love to the FCS schools. That's a good thing to see. By the way, what do you do in Fargo, North Dakota on a Friday night, for instance? what goes on up there?
Yeah, we were talking about that. Besides freezing, kind of like here, I mean.
Hey, we are not Fargo here in Appleton.
Yeah,
we are not Fargo.
We're cultured over here.
It's a different cold here. But there's a lot of great things. In the wintertime, it's tough. You got to find different ways to have fun. But in the summertime, I love going to the lakes out there and enjoying a good day out in the lake.
Hey, there are plenty of lakes around here that you can do some fishing, some hunting. You could take Aaron Jones out there and just hang out tomorrow. It's supposed to be beautiful weather, Ricardo, at least till the rain. The 3 inches of rain that we're supposed to get.
That's right.
Hits. So check this out, Aaron, too. I have this stat. Talk about good karma with this guy. Now listen to this. I mentioned the 4 championships he won at North Dakota State, but he also won 2 high school state championships. And now the Packers are off to a 3-1 start with him on the roster. Aaron, he's the good luck charm, is he not?
Chef's a winner.
Yes.
He's a winner.
Me and Gene, that means it's a Super Bowl this year. It's got to be, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. He rarely loses. He's a good luck charm. No pressure.
Right.
No pressure. So what's the problem, if you like to be an outdoorsman, what's the problem with snakes? What's going on with that?
It's not my thing, man. I have had some bad run-ins with them throughout my time, and they're creepy to me, so I don't like snakes.
When you say bad run-ins, what does that mean?
So I was back home from college one year mowing the yard, and I was taking care of it for my mom, and I stopped for a second because somebody was talking to me, and I came back out to grab the little polar thing or whatever. I reach down and there's a snake right by it, and it's probably as long as this table. I take off and I'm out of there because in Missouri we have a lot of different types of snakes around there, so I'm not a fan of them.
I don't blame you. That would be a little creepy. Missouri's full of snakes, not Wisconsin because it gets to 50 below zero in January and February. And then, so I got these questions. Ricardo, actually, he had a Q&A with John Kuhn on Packers.com.
John Kuhn, our
former
guy.
co-host of
That's
the
right.
show, the General, who says hello, by the way, to everybody. I reached out to John last week just to wish him well. But you said you love superheroes, and especially Batman.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of superheroes. Just growing up, we had a lot of different stuff around the house that I kind of gravitated towards, and just watching the different movies that have came out throughout the years. I really do enjoy Batman. I like Iron Man as well, but they're all pretty cool. Guardians of the Galaxy, they're pretty funny.
Man, superheroes are big nowadays, right? Superheroes. Everybody loves superheroes. Aaron Jones, what more do we need to know about Darrius Shepherd here?
I think you guys need to know that he's hard-working, always in his playbook, very reliable, like sure-handed. But the thing is, like, he puts a lot of work in when nobody sees, like, and that's the thing I'm most proudest of him. And he's like so smart. Like, I had the playbook down like this, you would have thought he'd been here for 2 years already, or been in Coach LaFleur's pocket or something.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy. So that's just a testament how hard he works.
Yeah, how about that? Yes. And he knew which colors to wear in college because green and gold equals more green and gold for number 10, right? Yeah, it was destined to be. All right, I'm going to kick it over to Sammy West. She has some online questions. Sammy, go ahead.
Yeah, so we've got viewers from 11 states tonight. We've got North Carolina, New Jersey, Missouri, Kansas, Kentucky, Michigan, California, Alabama, New Mexico, Tennessee, and Minnesota.
Wow.
And Rick on Facebook wants to know, how does cold weather affect your play? Is it hard to adjust?
The ball is just a little bit harder. The catch comes out a little bit harder. The ground's hard when you get tackled. Everything just hurts a little bit more, but it doesn't affect me.
How about you, Darrius? You played at, well, I know you had an indoor stadium at North
Yeah.
Dakota State, but you must have played some cold weather games outside?
I was going to say I was fortunate enough to have a dome, but for the away games we played in that were cold, I think you just have to have the right mentality going into it. You know, it's going to be cold, but both teams are dealing with it, so really just trying to get your mind right and focus on getting the win.
Can't wait for that December game when it's 30 below zero for you guys. I can't wait. I'll be in the nice toasty in front of the fireplace watching you guys. Can't wait for that.
I'm about to give you a hug just for saying that.
No, you're not. 100-yard hug. It's 100-yard, not a touchdown hug. 100-yard hug. Sammy, do you have anything else? Are you good? All right.
thank you.
Yep, good. So you mentioned, because Aaron kind of stole some of my questions from the script about tryouts and what it took. But he kind of referenced it, the details, right? You were all about the details of getting in that playbook, of learning protections, learning basically everybody's position, it sounded like. Is that kind of the approach you took?
I wouldn't say all that, but I try to make sure I knew my job whenever, you know, I was asked or had to go out there and perform.
And then also, I don't know if anybody, if you have a subscription to The Athletic, great. If you don't, you should get one. There was a great story about you in there in August. It was written by Matt Schneidman. I hope I'm saying that right. But it was about you and your relationship with your father. Mm-hmm. Maybe you might want to share some of the details about the story, but I'm guessing he's been a driver for you. You rely a lot on him to get to where you are today, correct?
For sure. So, like, my dad, he was my best friend, and in 2016, he was diagnosed with cancer. And he battled for a year and a half, and then he passed away in July 20, 2018. So that was a tough thing to deal with my senior year of college, but I had a lot of great family and friends around me that helped me, you know, just to deal with that and get to this point. But it definitely hurts not being able to share this with him, but I'm just trying to do it for him and make him proud. So each and every day is kind of my motive. And I got this tattoo that kind of represents him because his name was he was Louis Shepherd III. So I got,
maybe we can get.
I got a third
zoom
tatted
in
on my
that.
arm for him, just a little reminder to look down each day. And
Yeah.
Rosie?
Did you get that?
Oh, you got it, Dan?
Why don't you show that off again, maybe, if you could. We can zoom in on that, possibly. Nope, okay. There we go. Here we go. Dan's got it. And while we were doing that, but your dad, he was 44 years old. 44 years old. Man,
Oh, wow.
that is way, way, way too young. I feel for you, though. I lost my dad young to cancer as well a few years back, so I know the feeling. It's tough. It's tough to get through, and I know you mentioned it in that article. Your family is your motivation now, and that's what you're using to well, again, to get you where you are today in the NFL and to carry forward, right?
Yeah, no doubt. You know, my dad taught me a lot of lessons about being a family man, and I just want to take care of my family now since, you know, he's not here. So, I mean, it's tough, but I'm just trying to make him proud and, you know, like I said, take care of my family each and every day I can.
Dad Lewis III, I think in that article also said the three means also your family members, right? There are 3 family members, so it's a double meaning.
My family is my dad, my mom. I have a brother who's a 6th grader in middle school. My sister is a freshman in college. So those are my 3 people at home right now that, you know, I'm trying to do this for.
Taking care of them, yeah. And by the way, his dad, a football player at Missouri.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he played receiver at Missouri, so I got a lot of insight growing up on how to play the position and just be a better athlete.
That's pretty cool. So how do you see your role moving forward now? You're on the field as a punt returner, but how about in the passing game? I'm sure that's going to be an evolution to get on the field for some plays, but how do you see that playing out as the season goes on?
Right. I mean, it's really all up to the coaches, but I'm just trying to do my best each day to show them that I'm prepared and ready for the opportunity whenever it does come my way. It was pretty cool getting out there against Philadelphia, returning punts, and, you know, being in that last drive. I mean, the circumstances weren't very good with Devontae going down, but just being out there is cool to, you know, finally have that payoff and be in that moment. And I look forward to, you know, getting more opportunities this season.
You know, Aaron Rodgers. I know I'm going to do that many times this year, by the way. Aaron Jones, Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers had some nice things to say about you during training camp. How did you go about earning his trust so quickly? Because that's a tough thing to do.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, just trying to be in your playbook and know, you know, what he's looking for, because I think as a quarterback, they see the field a little bit differently than other players. So just trying to think like a quarterback and, you know, be in the right spots at the right time. You know, he's one of the best ever do it, so you really want to be on his good side.
Yeah, no kidding, right? I'll ask you, Aaron, what do you see in this guy's future here is moving forward? You've seen him in practice. You see what he can do. How do you see him fitting into the offense?
I see him as a playmaker, somebody who can score a lot of touchdowns. He fits in this offense. He's great in space. He's a weapon in special teams as well, like you said, in a returner, and he just brings a lot of value to the team.
All right, a couple more things, and it's back to Sammy for tonight's social media question of the night. But let's talk punt returns.
Yeah.
That's got to be one of the toughest jobs in all of sports, I think, right? I mean, what is going through your mind, Darrius? Is that ball is just waiting and it's floating and you're looking at 11 angry dudes wanting to just pound you into the turf, right? They don't like you very much. How are you making the decision? What are you looking at to decide when I'm going to wave that hand for a fair catch and when it's like, I'm going to take off? Take us through that process.
Yeah, a lot of people ask me about that and, like, all the pressure you deal with being back there, but I love it. It's one of my favorite parts of the game. And I heard somebody describe it kind of like you're playing in traffic. So
I've never done that, but yeah.
So I think when you're back there, you really just have to, you know, make smart decisions. Before you go out there, I like to take a deep breath and really just focus. And when the ball's up in there, I think you just kind of just try and see the gunner, see the defense, and make a smart move. When you get the ball in your hands, it's just you don't think. You just try and make a play and change the momentum of the game.
I just had a great idea. We should go, Ricardo, I should take you out on Highway 41 during a busy time, and let's see how you handle playing in traffic.
Play Frogger.
This ain't Frogger, man.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Like Frogger. Let's just see how you handle that.
I'm quicker than you think, my friend.
Oh, I don't think so. Not when they're going at 80 miles per hour on Highway 41. Have you ever had a moment, though, where you've decided to go and you're like, at the last second, here he comes.
Yeah, I've had plenty of those. I've been returning punts since really Little League, but, I mean, really started in high school when people can actually punt the ball. But even this past Thursday night on the very first one, I tried to take a risk with it, and sometimes it doesn't work out. But I think that's what's so cool about punt return is if you do make an explosive play, it can change the whole momentum of the game. The crowd gets into it, and I just love being back there. So you take some risks, but I think there's high reward too.
We'll talk about that punt that you're talking about right away in the beginning of the game because I have a question about that. But Aaron Jones, how would you like to be back there fielding some punts, huh?
I'll do kickoff return. I don't know about punts. That's a little scary for me.
Yeah, it would be very scary for somebody who's very unathletic like myself. So let's kick it over to Sammy West. She has tonight's social media question of the night.
Yeah, so this is a question for Aaron. It's from Kevin Nett on Facebook. Did growing up in a military family help give you the discipline needed to succeed in the NFL?
It definitely did. I think it helped me succeed in everywhere in life, just from the person I am to being on time to like the structure in your daily life. So I definitely think it did.
Very good. Very good question. Thank you, Kevin. And Sammy, he wins something, doesn't he?
Yeah, for having his question selected. Kevin wins a signed photo of Aaron Jones. Each week, we'll ask you to submit a question for our upcoming guest that we'll ask live during Monday's show. Look for it on facebook.com/Clubhouse Live.
Excellent. Very good. Before we take a timeout, there was one thing I forgot to mention. Rosie, guys, can you get the photo of Darrius? I don't know what he's doing in this picture, too, but it looks like it's some sort of warm-up. If you can, there he is. What's going on there, Darrius? Before the game? What's going on there? What's going on? Is this your routine and how you get ready for a game, or what are you doing there with about 8 different footballs?
So yeah, that's pregame catching punts, and that's kind of the thing with punt returners. We try and see how many we can catch. It's a big challenge. Personally, I've only caught 5. That was 6 in that picture, but the one it landed in and it slipped out at the last second. So I still have to get my 6 down, but I think Pac-Man Jones has the record of maybe 7 punts at one point.
I was going to ask if you knew the record. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have long enough arms for that, but I'm trying to get there.
There we go. Something to keep an eye on when you go out to Lambeau Field next time during pregame. All right, let's take another timeout. Ricardo, let's do trivia question number 2.
That's right. So I'm going to need the 3 of you to kind of look out here to see who raises their hand first. Here's the question. Now, we talked about the touchdowns that Aaron Jones has been scoring of late, but this Pro Football Hall of Famer holds the Packers franchise record for career rushing touchdowns.
Packer, back there, yeah. No, he is a professional Pro Football Hall of Famer. No, sir. We'll do one more time. Pro Football Hall of Famer. We go back here. Yeah, come on up. He's wearing Bart Starr's number.
Here you go.
Jim Taylor. You can see him right behind Ricardo, the great Packers sweep, number 31. Unfortunately, he passed away not too long ago. He was on our show, Ricardo, on October
That was a
2010.
great show.
It was a fantastic show. But Jim Taylor, the NFL's MVP, by the way, 1962, 81 rushing touchdowns over his sensational 9-season Packers career. So there's something for you to shoot for, Showtime. 81 rushing touchdowns. You're not too far away. Just keep pumping them through, and you're going to get there.
Just a couple more years.
Couple more years, and you got it. All right, we need Francine, and we need Ashley, and we need some music. It's time for tonight's Clubhouse Live Challenge. Ashley, you're in between the 2 guys. Francine, you're in between me and Aaron.
Can't stop me now, taking it to the house.
All right. We have a physical challenge tonight, not a mental challenge, and this is a game that we call Pyramid Scheme. So here's the challenge, guys. You each have 15 plastic cups, all in a single stack. One a set of green, one a set of gold, right? The object is simple. You must first stack the cups up like a pyramid, starting with 5 cups as your base, and 4, 3, 2, 1. And then after that, you have to put them all back in a single stack. The first one who completes it wins the game. If you knock them over, you have to start over. It's that simple. Aaron Jones,
he got quick hands.
Aaron Jones, I'm not sure I'm feeling this one tonight. So, hey, the prizes tonight, check this out. I found this in the prize loot. This is a Miller Lite bottle opener. Huh? How about that? Very nice.
Woo!
Very nice Miller Lite bottle
Spared
opener.
no expense.
A signed photo of Showtime. We have got a USA Today Network Wisconsin Frisbee. Grizzly Dan, you love these things. Hey, you can't start now. You can't start now.
Excuse me, ma'am. You cannot start
His teammate
now.
just snitched on him. His teammate just snitched. And you get a MVP CD featuring our intro and outro music. Eric lives here by this man right
Mike
here.
Thiel!
Mike Thiel. He's here one more time. Mike Thiel, this is his last time. He's heading back to Nashville after tonight, so it's been great to have him here. So the runner-up, though, gets everything except the Miller Lite bottle opener. So who thinks Aaron Jones is winning this game tonight? Who thinks Darrius Shepherd is winning this game tonight? All right, so you guys get it? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then back down. So let's count it down. 3, 2, 1, go. Whoa, Aaron Jones is all over the place right now. Darrius Shepherd.
Oh, Darrius.
Almost there. Oh, no. One more. Now you got to put him back in the single stack. We're going. The wide receiver almost has it done. He's done. There it is.
That was too easy.
Aaron, you didn't even get it done. Where's the other cup?
I lost before I
It's
started.
down at the bottom there,
missing
Brett.
somewhere.
No,
Brett,
I lost
on the base.
I
on
lost
the base.
before I started.
He's on the base?
No,
Other
no.
side, right
Oh.
there.
Okay, I got it. Well, it doesn't matter. Darrius Shepherd was first. Aaron, put those cups away, would you please? They're all over the place. This is terrible. Look at now. You got the little guy. He's taking my cups. We operate on a low budget.
He's taking
here.
your red flag, my friend.
I might need those cups for a later game. Hey, yeah, how about Darrius winning tonight's Clubhouse Live Challenge? That means Ashley. And we need some championship music, Mike. Ashley, you get the bottle opener tonight. You get the signed photo of Aaron Jones. That's all yours. The USA Media Network Wisconsin Frisbee. How about that? And the MVP CD. That's all yours. Francine, you got the Frisbee. You got the signed photo still. You got the MVP CD, and you got to hang out with Aaron Jones and Darrius Shepherd tonight. How about a round of applause for our fine contestants tonight? Let's get these out of your hands.
I mean, I would have won if she would have told on me.
Put those away. Let's put those away. That was very dangerous. All right, we're winding down. Another hour is come and gone just about. We have a few things to get to, but before we get to our second audience question, we've got some things for you, Darrius. I always ask the guys this, but do you have a man cave at home? Do your parents have a man cave, or your mom have a man cave, I should say? Do they have a shrine to you that they just bow to and study and stare at every night?
Not exactly, but we do have a little man cave going. A lot of superhero stuff down there.
Would you like some pictures of yourself maybe to put down there?
That would be sweet. I'm sure my mom would love that.
Yes, well, we've got a couple of them here. Let's show it on the monitor, guys. But how about Darrius Shepherd doing some fun stuff with his teammates? There it is. You can always prove that you are a member of the Green Bay Packers. How about that, celebrating with teammates? And then we always go old school. We always go back to college if we can. But there's Darrius Shepherd with the Bison, right?
Wow.
Look at that. Looking good with the Bison wearing number 20. You can remember your days at Fargo.
Thank you. I
And
appreciate that.
we can't let you go out here without an MVP CD. From this guy, Mike Thiel, and Eric lives here. Yes.
Yes.
Thank you, guys.
He looked pretty good in the green and gold before he was in the green and gold, right, Aaron?
Definitely, I like those helmets.
They are nice.
Bison.
That would be a good throwback for the or alternate uniform. Get the green helmets on.
Those green helmets would be sweet with the yellow face mask.
Yeah, there we go. Talk to the equipment guys about that.
I think it's the NFL.
Talk to Roger Goodell about that.
I don't got that kind of pull.
You don't? Maybe someday. Let's kick it back over to Ricardo. You have tonight's second audience question.
Yes, and this is from Wendy Reed. Her question is for Darrius. Go ahead, Wendy. She's from Kimberly.
I read that you have a locker next to Devontae Adams. I just wondered how much he mentored you since you've arrived to Green Bay.
Yeah, he's been a great leader to me. When I came to Green Bay, I was super excited to get to be around Devontae because he's such a great receiver and somebody I actually watched, when I was in college to kind of study his game. So when I made the team, I came in the next day in the locker room and I see my lockers next to Devontae Adams, and I'm like, wow, it's funny how your life can change in a year. But no, he's a great person as well as a great player, but he's always looking out for us and doing everything he can for all the guys on the team.
Very good question.
Good job.
Yes.
Thank you, Wendy.
Last two guys we had on rookies, I asked about their first time seeing Aaron Rodgers, but the last guy swore, so I'm not going to. I'm not going to ask you what your reaction was when you saw Aaron 12 for the first time, or Aaron Rodgers number 12. But can you give us an update on Devontae? Maybe give us the scoop. Maybe break some news.
Here we
at
go.
Clubhouse Live.
Here we go.
Are we
Come
gonna
on,
see him
Darrius.
on the
No
field?
news will be broken here.
Okay. Aaron just stepped right in and took control. This is now his show. He just took full control of it. Is he at least looking good? Is he
Always.
doing pretty good?
Always.
All right.
Great spirits. He's a leader, so that's him.
He is the leader, so that is him. So we have a couple more things to talk to the guys about. Let's put up the Marquez Valdez-Scantling photo, guys, if you can get that up. Now, what is going on here? Is this not clear and obvious? You just threw up the flag there. Yes, there it is. Aaron Jones just threw the penalty flag. Why is that not pass interference? And why was that not overturned after the challenge? Darrius, you're the wide receiver.
It surprised me. I mean, they put the new rule in this year, and that's what it's for, to be able to see those kind of calls and make them right. But unfortunately, it didn't go our way, and when that happens, you have to play through it and overcome the missed call. But you want to see that call made, especially when throwing other flags or things that were ticky-tacky.
Yeah, well, yeah, and then you see what happened at the end of the game, the last play that led to the interception. It looked like number 83 was kind of wrapped up before the ball got there as well.
Got there a little early, definitely.
A little early. Why is that not reviewed under 2 minutes? I know it's a booth review, but I thought all turnovers were reviewed anyway. I mean, what is going on? What do you got? You as players, you got to be frustrated by some of this stuff, right, Aaron?
I mean, definitely. When a game comes down to it like that, you always want it to be fair. So for that not even to be reviewed is questionable. But I mean, we got to take it as we can and move on.
It's almost like, Ricardo, is it even worth challenging these plays anymore because they rarely are getting overturned, it seems like.
It's a mess. They're going to correct it by the end of the year, though, I think. It's going to not be as big of an issue. Like last year, they had their issues, too, and then it calmed down. Yeah.
Brutal. So how about we're also, as wide receivers, seeing even more offensive pass interference calls. So what are the teaching points for you guys as a wide receiver group, or even you, Aaron, as you're going out for a pass and you're trying to get out of your break and create some separation, but you don't obviously want to push off. So how do you create that space?
Yeah, I mean, I think like Ricardo was saying, it's going to have to be fixed how they call the flags this year and determine what's offensive PI and what's not. But coaches are definitely teaching this to win with your feet. So when you're running your route, instead of putting your arms out to throw the DB by, just really trying to drop your hips and break down quick. So he gets left in the dust.
Okay, I don't know how to drive my hips. I'm not sure what that means, but I know that it would probably lead to a bad backache. A couple more things, guys. I got it right here. You mentioned your first punt catch. Was that not a helmet-to-helmet hit? I mean, why is that not being flagged? Aaron's nodding his head yes, and what was the explanation? I mean, it was helmet-to-helmet, was it not? I mean, what's going on here, Darrius?
I couldn't tell you. I don't referee the game, I just play, so I just try and just do my thing. But you like to see the calls made whenever when they happen on the field.
I think that kind of set the tone for the game because it went helmet to helmet to the very next play, another helmet to helmet. Yeah, so kind of set the tone for the game. Hey, I'm going to be able to get away with this.
When it happened, were you thinking, what the heck? I mean.
Personally, I was so focused on the punt, I didn't even recognize what happened. I got to the sideline, and everybody's like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, I didn't notice it. But seeing the replay, I think there should have been a flag thrown probably. But
I mean, I get there are some instances where you can't help but hit helmets, but that was clear, flagrant helmet-to-helmet. It was a bad play, and same with the Jamal Williams one. So I know you guys can't say it. I'll say it. And Ricardo, even you as a Bear fan,
I agree with you.
Agree
I agree completely with you.
The league needs to get this cleaned up. If they're all about player safety, then be about player safety. And if you're about pass interference, then be serious about it. Am I correct in reading that your grandfather played for the Los Angeles Lakers?
Wow.
Yeah, he had a short stint with the Lakers.
When was
not
this?
Like a long career or anything, but he played for Missouri State University in the 60s, won a couple Division II national championships there. After he was done playing there, he got a shot with the Lakers and was with them for a little while. So I like to brag on him. I mean.
Why not?
Yeah.
So I'm trying to think who was around back then.
Did he play with Wilt Chamberlain?
Or was Jerry West on the team?
People ask me this. I can't remember who was on the roster when he played, but I didn't get his height, that's for sure.
Well, how tall is he?
He was like 6'7".
6'7"?
Yeah.
Man, playing for the LA Lakers back probably when they were just really ascending and becoming the great dynasty that we know. Dallas Cowboys, right? I always ask you, what are the keys to beating the Cowboys? But, Aaron, I got to ask you this. Were you a Dallas Cowboys fan growing up?
I was.
Oh. Let me ask you this. You hate the Dallas Cowboys now, correct?
I do.
Yes. Yes.
Green and gold.
El Paso guy, so you're going back home to Texas. I'm guessing you're going to have some family and friends over in Arlington this weekend?
Yes, sir.
How many ticket requests are you getting?
A lot.
Too many. You're asking guys for their tickets, I'm sure.
Oh, definitely.
Well, that's going to be fun, right?
It definitely is going to be fun. I love going back home to Texas. Always good going back there. I mean, who doesn't like playing in Texas?
You know my favorite NBA team is the San Antonio Spurs.
I didn't know
Get
that.
off of it already.
Okay. Yes. See,
Enough.
we're having a connection as the weeks go on. So we have a chance.
I'm a Bucks fan.
Well, that's okay. I'm not a big Bucks fan. I'm not a big Bucks
Ooh.
fan. I'm just not.
Ooh, there you go. Boo, Brat.
I like the 5-time NBA champion San Antonio Spurs. But let me say this, ask you this. Are you going to have a chance to go out on a Saturday night with your family, or is it all locked and focused?
Probably go get something to eat with them as soon as we get there.
So, guys, what is the keys? I know you probably watched them play last night. Lost to the Saints, 12-10, I believe was the final. What did you pick up from watching the game? I'll ask both of you. Aaron, what do you see?
We got to stop the run on defense. That's what they like to do. They have good running backs, and just contain them, limit their explosive plays, and on offense, take care of the ball and create explosive plays, generate explosive plays. And I feel like if we generate explosive plays, that will lead to a lot of points.
A lot of points and maybe a victory, right, Mean Gene? Maybe a big victory at Big D. Darius, what do you see in your early studies of Dallas?
Yeah, I think on offense, just getting the run game going, like we talked about with the outside zone scheme. Just if we can start, getting that going, it'll open up the pass, and we'll have a good day on offense. And defensively, those guys have been playing great. So just continuing trying to take the ball away from them, and if we can create turnovers, I think that's going to be in our best interest.
There we go. It's going to be a fun one at Dallas, Texas. How about Darrius Shepherd and Aaron Jones tonight? Ricardo? Let's do trivia question number 3. We've got time. Let me ask.
We do?
Yes.
Okay.
Up next for the Packers is a Sunday showdown, as I mentioned, against the Dallas Cowboys. Now, the two longtime rivals have hooked up for many memorable games, including this 2016 NFC divisional matchup that saw Aaron Jones connect with this tight end for a 35-yard completion along the sideline that ultimately propelled the Packers to a victory. Who do you see, Aaron Jones? Yes, sir. Jared Cook, yeah.
Get up there, Bosworth.
Give him the bell wearing the vintage Brian Bosworth, Oklahoma Sooners, number 44 jersey.
Look at this throwback, man.
Jared
Brian Bosworth.
Cook. Jared Cook, Ricardo, and the reason I bring this up because he is now a member of the Saints playing last night. But Jared Cook, the play is an all-time highlight for Rodgers and Cook. The late fourth quarter hookup set up Mason Crosby's game-winning 51-yard field goal. Cook, as I said, now with the New Orleans Saints. Okay, Ricardo. It's time to go up north. Who you picking? Green Bay, Dallas, who do you got?
Dallas really struggled against New Orleans. I'm going to tell you, I wasn't impressed with them at all. Do I think Green Bay can beat them? Yes. Do I want them to beat them? No, because Chicago needs to be in first place. I'm picking the Cowboys.
Oh.
That's right.
Boo.
That's right.
Boo.
Yes.
Mean Gene wants to really beat you up right now.
I know he does. Easy, Mean Gene.
But he can't. But
all right,
there you
Mean
go.
Gene. I think that's his only sentence. Like
Mean
Groot, I am Groot.
The only reason he's not beating you up is because he's a little gimpy with a hamstring right now, so he's got to take it easy. Well, you know what? Aaron Jones, you remember this thing, right? It's the victory visor.
Surprise,
Going back on the head. Huh? How does it look? I think it's a close one. I think it's actually going to be high scoring. I'm saying Packers 30, Cowboys 27. How do you like that?
Brett, when was the last time you didn't pick the Packers? It's been like 8 years.
I don't think – well, my record's pretty good, isn't it?
It's all right, but you haven't picked against
my
them
record
yet.
is better than the Bears' record over that stretch.
Oh, well, you got to hate on me.
Ooh.
Hey, I think the Packers, Aaron booing you, I think they've been more consistently offensively as the weeks have gone along, and I think that trend continues against the Cowboys. Green Bay starts out hot, finds some rhythm in the run game, and doesn't leave as many points on the field maybe as what we saw against the Eagles. So can the Packers' run defense slow down Ezekiel Elliott and that big offensive line? Can the defense as a whole create a turnover or two? Mike Pettin comes out with a great scheme. I think there's going to be a lot of doubters.
No left tackle for
high ankle sprain.
Yeah,
Did you see
so
that?
that
So
the
maybe
Smith's going to go off
potentially. So I think it's going to be fun. It's going to be a game in which the defensive unit redeems itself. The Packers prevail. By the way, they've won 3 straight at Dallas.
That's true.
And the victory visor is undefeated.
Hey, Brett, is Dak Prescott overrated? Oh.
Yeah, I would say so.
all right.
I would say so.
We're
a little
waiting
bit.
for you, man. It took you a while.
I would say so. I had to think about it. I answer my questions with intellect. Packers News app, Ricardo, what's up?
Oh, yeah, sorry. You threw me off there with the intellect thing. But, with exclusive commentary, insider analysis, and award-winning photos and videos from USA Today Network, Wisconsin's Packers coverage team, the Packers News app, your one-stop shop for complete coverage of the Green Bay Packers. This app is available for iPhone and Android users only.
Hey, special thank you to our sponsors, Superior Discount Liquors. Check them out in Green Bay, Manitowoc, and Sheboygan, or find them online at superiordiscountliquors.com. Don't forget about Potawatomi Hotel and Casino. For September specials right now, and even October specials, go to paysbig.com. Mayfield Sports Marketing, a leading Wisconsin sports marketing agency and speaker bureau. Escort Limousine Service, the preferred limousine service of the Green Bay Packers, and, of course, the good friends here at the Red Lion Hotel, Paper Valley. I got one plug to do, Ricardo. Has anyone ever here thought about how awesome it would be to do the Lambeau Leap? You can actually do the Lambeau Leap. Well, the Ultimate Leap 2019 contest is now open. You can enter to win awesome Packers prizes and the ultimate game day experience by getting to do the leap during the Packers game on December 8th. Win your chance to celebrate like one of the Packers. Enter today at theultimateleap.com. We also have information on all of the tables, the Ultimate Leap stuff right there. There it is, so check it out. Aaron Jones, you have the final word. What do you have to tell these great fans as you get ready for the Cowboys?
Thank you guys for coming out and supporting. Love seeing all the AJ shirts. You guys can purchase them at aaronjones33.com. And we're getting ready this weekend for the Cowboys. So we look to hear the Go Pack Go chants in Jerry World and get the W. And thank you guys for coming. Go Pack Go.
Here we go. Yeah, keep those claps coming for Darrius, for Showtime, Ricardo, Sammy, and the rest of the Clubhouse Live crew. I'm Brett Christopherson saying so long. Be back here next Monday night, right, Mean Gene? As we celebrate a big Packers victory over the Dallas Cowboys with this guy, Green Bay Packers running back number 33, Aaron Showtime Jones. Mean Gene, take it away. And stick around. We've got those tickets to give away. I want a logo, people. I want my logo.